Hey, this is Joel Oney at the J Money Studio in the heart of the Buckeye State. And I want to personally welcome you to today's episode of the Steel Kings podcast with my good friends Jared Ledford and Eric Olson, better known to you as the Steel Kings. Be sure to check out jmoneyllc.com for financing solutions for your buildings. And now, let's get back to the Steel Kings podcast.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Jared. He's Eric. We are the Steel Kings. We are back at you with another episode. We are going to continue our previous conversation with Jeff Huxman from ShedHub. We're going to bring him back in the studio here in just a few. Eric, how are you doing, man? What's up?
You know, I'm super excited. It's Friday. It's selling season. I love it when I'm busy. It's almost too busy. Almost too many things to do.
Yeah, I like to stay covered up too. I think we're both cut from the same cloth that way. When I'm not working, I feel a little bit lost. So the busier I stay, the happier I am. We want to give a shout out to our title sponsors, the folks over at J Money. Contact Joel, contact Katie, contact the team over at J Money. If you are a dealer, a manufacturer, if you are a contractor, if you need financing for your projects, trust the team at J Money. All right. They help us out.
I'm excited to hang out.
Yeah.
I'm going to a trade show, going to the Post Frame Knoxville show, catching up with J Money and the team down there too.
Yeah. So you will be, so this will be a little bit after. We're probably going to be a couple weeks removed, but you'll be getting back from the Knoxville trip. You go to the Post Frame, the National Post Frame show there in Knoxville. Check out the team over with J Money. If you're there, drop us a comment, send us an email. If you happen to see Eric at the show, send Eric an email, Eric at Dayton Barnes. We're gonna be checking out. I'm gonna hang back on this one. I'm not much of a trip guy. I don't take trips unless it's absolutely necessary. I like to stay right where I'm at. But you're gonna go see our friends at Graber too, right, Eric?
Yeah, I caught up with Tim from Graber Post. Gonna go hang out with them. They're sponsoring a couple educational classes going on down there. And the national, and I didn't realize the headquarters of the sponsor for the entire show is actually located in Dayton, Ohio. I didn't even know that. So excited to go hang out with Tim and the team there. Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys need help, if you guys are interested in selling pole barns, or if you have a customer, like us, we're getting into pole barns. We're starting to do some research on that and see how we can help out some of our customers with pole barns. But the guys over at Graber do a great job. I'll give them a free plug here. They do a great job supplying kits across the United States, multiple states. They do a great job. So I'm excited to hear and get a report back from there.
Yeah.
One of the things we're going to start doing, and I want to bring this in, coming soon, and it may be launched by the time you guys hear this, but I kind of wanted to give you guys a sneak preview anyhow. Coming soon, the Steel Kings website. Right, Eric? I mean, this is hot off the presses. This is something coming soon to a online browser near you. Google, iOS, whatever. I'm not very techie when it comes to lingos, but it'll be there. You'll be able to check out our smiling faces. You'll be able to download episodes, go check out your platforms. Shannon knows more about that stuff. If you want to know the logistics about us, the Steel Kings, you can visit us soon at thesteelkings.com.
Yeah.
That'll be coming soon to a online browser near you. While I'm mentioning that, check out the guys over at Shed Geek. I know most of the listeners that are listening to us right now are listening to Shannon. He does a fantastic job. We love the guys over at Shed Geek and Shed Geek Marketing. They are really good friends of ours and good advocates for your business too. Eric, we're going to start getting into some cool stuff too. Like, I know you're talking about content creation.
I've got a lot of stuff that I'll just highlight it and expect these episodes to roll out. We got the trade show in Knoxville next week. I'm going to Amarillo, Texas to meet a cattle rancher. We're getting a satellite office for Dayton Barnes down in Umbarger, Texas, down a little bit south of Amarillo. So we'll do a live episode from there and my journey out there. I've got a trip I'm taking out west in May, and we do have a beat on stopping at a couple buildings. I've got one in particular in Wyoming. I'm going to go meet with the customer. Been chatting with them. Probably do an on-site probably interview / tour of the building out there. And then Montana, got one in Helena, and then one in Miles City I'm excited about. So that'll be kind of recorded, documented, doing some episodes on the road there. And just excited to kind of to keep building really what I view, and I think you're on board. I mean, it was kind of both of ours. We want to be the authority in the steel industry. So and I think kind of showing the diversity of the whole industry as an entirety, mixed in with some good personalities, and there you go.
So check us out a little bit, right? So we started a YouTube. YouTube's hard to get traction with, right? We're metal buildings, we're an advertiser, we're trying to sell stuff to people. But keep your eye posted to the Steel Kings as we go along these journeys with Eric. He's going to go all across the United States this summer. Video tours of metal buildings. We're going to visit shed lots. We're going to talk to people. We're going to interact. We're going to get out amongst you. If you want to have the Steel Kings visit you, drop us an email. We'd be happy
you're
to come visit
I-80.
you. We're in the next.
If you're I-80.
Yep.
Yeah.
Check out the YouTube. We're going to drop content there as well. So there'll be Steel Kings kind of intermixed with Dayton Barnes. We want to show you guys what we're doing. We want to show you guys what we're up to. We want to talk to you guys. We want to meet you. We'll be at the couple of trade shows. I think we're going to shoot for the garage carport. The Shield Wall Media Show will be there. We'll be at Marty's show. We love those guys, love those trade shows. I will be at those with Eric. We'll probably be repping some Steel King stuff, repping some Dayton Barnes stuff, just shaking and howdy with the folks. So we want to get to meet you guys. We want to hear from you. If you need anything, reach out to us. We're happy to help.
We've got a huge.
Arkansas. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about the Arkansas trip too.
Yeah,
so another partner of ours putting up a bunch of boat storage buildings. We're going to do a live episode from there too. That's coming up. And then it should be an action packed. I think you can call it mid-May to probably mid-June. Those episodes will be rocking. And I'm really looking forward to the Sheds Direct. Just sprinkling that in
teaser.
there, with the
teaser.
Yeah.
We've got some really fun stuff. We've got some really fun stuff coming up. We've got more interesting guests. You guys have heard now we interviewed the guys, Joel and Katie over at J Money. By the time this launches, you guys would have heard my interview with Daniel from the radio station. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. We're going to bring you unique content. Sometimes it's going to be me. Sometimes it's going to be Eric. Sometimes it's going to be both of us. We're going to add media content to the website as it becomes available. Follow us on trips. Check us out in the office. We are Jared and Eric, the Steel Kings, and we want to get to know who's listening to us. I'm going to pull back in the man of the hour, the man with the plan. We called him a myth last time, but he's here. He's here with us. Huxley, Jeff Huxman from ShedHub. How are you doing, man? I know you've been waiting patiently to get back on here with us.
Oh, no worries. I'm used to listening to podcasters eat up a lot of airtime. That's what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah. When you're working with Eric and Jared, you gotta jump on that. You gotta jump on that time, because I'm telling you, if somebody doesn't shut me up, I'll talk the whole 35 minutes and we won't get anything in edgewise. Trust me, I'm a talker.
Hey, so let's give out a free. I love how you say a free plug. Jeff, what is your thoughts on Las Piramidas in downtown Urbana?
Oh,
the
wow.
restaurant we've been going to.
Yes.
Cafe Paradiso. Cafe
Paradiso. I butchered that bad, but
That's all right.
Yeah, it's great.
I said Los. I mixed it with a Mexican restaurant that's Italian.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic food. Fantastic.
Hopefully they listen to this.
Right in the heart of Urbana, Ohio, which you'd think would be a bigger city with the name Urbana, but it's a quaint little town.
It's not very urban.
No.
But they do have gluten-free options for pasta, so all you gluten-free people out there, if you're ever in Urbana, that is a spot you need to check out. Grable's and the Farmer's Daughter. Free plug for Urbana restaurants there.
We love us some eating. We actually just enjoyed Sparky's Pizza. So if we really want to get into the nitty gritty, the team here on a
Okay.
Friday lunch from the boss, and the boss bought Sparky's Pizza, which we like the taco pizza. Just if
Oh man,
anybody,
their taco pizza rocks. Dip it in some
yeah,
sour.
yeah, yeah.
That is not gluten free.
Jeff is enjoying though. Jeff is going to be enjoying Cafe Paradiso here as soon as this call's over. So
Yep.
we're probably that much more motivated to get him on and off this call. But we talked a little bit, right? We talked a little bit after we ended the episode 1 about what we wanted to talk about, some of the things we might have missed from the previous episode. One of the things that we talked about and that we feel really led to talk about more now is real-time access to the leads. I think that's
Mm.
one thing that we missed out on. We were just jumping all over the place. We were getting into a little bit about ShedHub, a little bit about Jeff, a little bit about Jared and Eric, how we use the product. But Jeff, tell me why it's important. And it's an obvious answer, but I want to hear your version of why it's important to touch your leads in real time. Why does it matter?
I mean, if someone is on the internet right now looking at your building, it's fresh in their head what they're looking at. If you wait 30 minutes, if you wait an hour, if you wait till the next day, there's a good chance they're going to forget what they were looking at and forget your brand and forget everything about you. So when a lead comes in and you can touch that person, with a phone call, with a text message, within 5 minutes, the faster the better, because first of all, you're gonna leave an impression on that person. It's like, oh, this salesperson cares about me because they bothered to follow up within 5 minutes, and they're gonna like you just because of that. Now, there's caveats to that. If the lead comes in at midnight, you're probably not awake, but you want to get to that lead as soon as you can.
Hello, Shed and Carport industry. I'm Cord Cook, Chief Brand Strategist here at Shed Geek Marketing. Did you know that Shed Geek Marketing works with 45 shed companies and counting? And we are not slowing down in 2025. One of the neat benefits to working with Shed Geek Marketing is working with an agency as opposed to just an individual. When you work with Shed Geek Marketing, you have a team of professionals working diligently to ensure your success. From branding guidelines and brand books to websites, Google and Meta tag tracking that measures the traffic to your website and social media pages, CRM setup and full automation build-outs, lead funnel integration, and so much more. Worried about whether or not we can serve you? Don't be. Shed Geek Marketing works with manufacturers ranging from $1 million a year in sales up to $80 million a year in sales. There is no manufacturer too big or too small. Remember, marketing is an investment that should be making you money. That's why nearly 50 companies have decided to work with Shed Geek Marketing. So for more information, go to www.shedgeek.com and submit some basic information, and we'll reach out with a discovery call and patiently walk you through how we can best serve you. Thank you for your time and look forward to working with you.
And so one thing to that idea is with ShedHub, if someone fills out a lead form on ShedHub, we can actually ping your CRM in real time, and then your CRM can ping your salesperson to do the follow-up. We'll also, if you don't have an active CRM or anything like that, we'll ping your cell phone in real time as the lead comes in, so that you know to follow up with that person right away. CRMs are important though, just because if you've got a bunch of leads coming in, you want to be able to keep track of them and know that your team is following up with them properly. So being able to ping the CRM is huge, and that's something that
Let me give a free plug here. We're in free plug mode. Check out the guys over at Shed Geek Marketing. If you don't have a CRM, if you're selling buildings and making money, you could be selling more buildings, making more money, streamlining your process. We like the guys over at Shed Geek Marketing. They do a great job from start to finish. Any project, big or small, they will help you reach that next level, and they have a CRM platform. I know Jeff's familiar with the guys over at Shed Geek Marketing. I can tell you firsthand, what a difference a CRM makes, right? Having a process. We talked about the 3 Ps in the last episode: people, product, and process. Dayton Barnes, Jared and Eric, the Steel Kings, we love our process, right? We have in-house lead gen with our lead acquisition director, Morgan. She does all of the lead gen in real time. So when Jeff talks about 5-minute, 5-minute conquest, we do under a minute conquest. We look for instantaneous contact to the customer. That's what we want. We want the customer to be on the website talking to us at that exact moment.
Right now.
Because the number one thing I can tell you without a doubt, the number one thing that will irritate me to the core of my existence is if I get a call from a customer, because my email, my phone number is all pretty much public. It's out there. It's floating around. Man, I contacted you guys and you guys didn't get back to me. Or I gotta, get a sales rep. And luckily here lately, knock on wood, we don't have this problem anymore. We've had this problem before, and I know there's a lot of people listening that have had this problem. You go to call your customer back and they've already bought from somebody else. The most annoying thing in the world. It is the worst feeling in the world. And I can see Eric's just getting red because he knows. It's Eric's literally his biggest pet peeve. If he calls a customer that has not told him that they bought from somebody else and they buy from somebody else, dude, Eric is like slamming the phone down, done with them. Absolutely out. I can't stand it. And I know that if you're listening to me, you've dealt that. Eric, Cheryl,
Rejection.
I mean, dude, the worst.
I feel it's hurtful when you get them to the end. It's not as hurtful if you plant some seeds and then you follow up with them like a week or two later and they're like, we decided to do something else. That's not when you're doing Google Meets. And pro tip for this episode is sign up for a Google Meet. Let's get a Google Meet with the customer, share your screen, build the thing in front of them, talk to them, shave, make your face look pretty. Because if you do things like that, you'll avoid this, we decided to go elsewhere after you've put sweat equity into it. There was a time when we was training you, Jared, specifically. I had a guy in Mississippi or Alabama. Couple got pre-qual, or not. This wasn't a finance deal. They, I probably spent, I think, 15 hours with these two people. Multiple Zoom calls. I had an owner of another metal building company on the phone with them, insuring. It was the done deal. $10K down payment. In my mind, I'm like, this thing's ignored me for a month. I finally wrote them, and I'll just I was just real talking. I wrote them a nasty email. I was like, I spent all this time, and behind me, we're training new people. So like, we didn't have the talent from sales because they was teaching everybody how to sell buildings. So everything was like on my shoulders a little bit at the beginning. And I just was like, I spent this much time on it and I didn't, and she finally replied and it was, we should have told you. And I'm like, well, that's a pet peeve.
You have to follow up.
Just tell me no. Just say it.
Let me give you the pro tip from my perspective. It's all about how quick you can conquest that lead and how well you follow up. We have gotten really, really good here in our process, and it revolves around that. Setting tasks, being diligent, going after that lead. These people don't sign up to buy how many one call, one closes do you really get, Eric? Pretty few and far between.
Maybe five to 10 total.
In a year, 5%. Now we're not talking about, and that might not be 5 buildings for you. If you sell 12 buildings in a year, that might be 1 building for you. And that's if you're good. That's if you're SEO'd and you're present and you've got a good marketplace and people know who you are. So again, talk to Jeff. Jeff's good at that. If you're selling sheds, talk to Jeff, right? Jeff will get you where you need to be. Jeff, tell me a little bit more about, you had several things you wanted to share. I want to give you the floor. I want you to talk to us and direct this conversation and tell the folks what you want to tell them.
I think we were talking about touch points earlier, and I think one good thing about a CRM is it can help keep you track of all those touch points to some degree. And you're going to be, if you bother to keep track of all the touch points, you're going to be amazed at how many touch points actually have to happen before a sale happens. As you were saying before, it's rare that it's just one call, one sale. There's people are making decisions. They're going through a long process. Yeah, so a CRM is important. You know, keep in front of people as much as possible, follow up with them, like what you said. And then try to get leads from everywhere. You know, ShedHub is one answer to get leads, but don't feel like, you know, just use one platform. Use them all.
That's right.
Get leads from everywhere, and you're gonna see what pays off for you.
So
You know, I feel like
go ahead.
Well, I was going to jump in there. I, as you said that, I got a visual because I teach this. It's like you're on a 80-degree day out in the ocean on a center console boat, and you've got 15 fishing rods. You know, and let's say you're trying to catch. You're just waiting for one of them to bite. I mean, you're really not focused on one reel. You're just waiting. You put out your bait for your grouper. You put out some bait for, you know, if you're trying to catch, I don't know, whatever you're trying to catch. And so you're mentioning that ShedHub is just one bait, I guess, if we're doing a fishing analogy. And it's a pretty good one too, because it leads to other options too. Like I said in the last episode, a wood shed could lead to a dog run or a metal building carport for a you know, and that type of deal, or marketing, and maybe get plugged in with Shed Geek marketing with Dylan and the team down there. It's like, I just feel like that ShedHub provides more than just one bait, but it's not the only thing you should do too as well.
Correct.
So I agree.
And I think that that's fair. I think that that's a fair point. And I think that's why I like you, Jeff, because you're not going to sit here and tell people that this is the only avenue you should walk down. What you're going to say is like Eric said, the more bait you have, the more hooks you cast, the more opportunity you have to catch fish. And for us, the more opportunity to sell buildings. I think that, you know, we have been beta testing this concept with you for some time with integration to the CRM, and it's working really well for us. And one of the things that we didn't touch on too much, we can set this up with your CRM, right, Jeff? This is something that we can do specifically for you. We can work one-to-one. You know, obviously pricing varies based on the amount of nuance and gravitas that has to go into it, but it's all affordable. We're talking a few $100s to start probably, and then depending on how much integration you want, how much real time. Tell me about that, Jeff. You know more about this. This is more your land than mine.
Sure. And if, you know, there's certain inventory platforms we already integrate with, so there isn't a lot of lead up time or expense involved in getting you integrated. So if you're using ShedSuite, if you're using RTO Nationals, DMS, we can integrate with that today without much fuss. And we're building out other integrations as well. So, yeah, I mean, it might take a day or two to build out some new integration where we're pulling inventory from a new system. And we're getting better and faster at that here in 2025. And then from there, when leads comes in, we can push that out to your CRM as well.
That's the biggest thing. I mean, I can tell you, I went pretty quickly over it last time, but there is something very special to me when someone can be on ShedHub, be clicking on a Dayton Barnes link, and it actively notifies a sales rep in my office in real time, and I can contact that customer within seconds of that. I mean, this is instantaneous. This is right now. It's like flipping a switch. The second they hit that link is the second it produces a tile on my side in my CRM. And I can tell you from a one-to-one perspective, Facebook doesn't do that. There isn't a platform out there right now, in my opinion, that produces the kind of result you can get with ShedHub if you properly get it set up. And I think that that's one thing, you know, I've been told a million different ways by a million different people, exaggeration, of course. I know what ShedHub does, or I know what ShedHub is, or blah, blah, blah. You don't. You don't have a clue of what you can do with it. And I would tell you, unless you're a really high level user, you are not maximizing the potential that you have at your fingertips. If you're a customer and you're feeling some sort of way, reach out to me. I can help you. Jeff will help you. The team over at ShedHub is great. They will be there for you. If you need something, contact them. Because I can tell you, man, I didn't understand it. Honestly, I was one of those folks. I was like, what? The idea of it seems very easy. Okay, list my buildings, I can get leads, whatever else. But there's so much more to it than that. And when you really take a deep dive and you look and you say, wow, I can get a customer knocking at my door in my CRM in real time, and I don't even have to care about it. I just have to answer the phone or hit the lead.
Introducing ShedHub, your ultimate shed marketplace. Are you in the shed business and looking to connect with more buyers? Look no farther than ShedHub. ShedHub is a game-changing, two-sided marketplace that brings shed sellers and buyers together in one easy-to-use platform. Think of it as the Amazon of sheds. ShedHub isn't just any ordinary marketplace. It's a powerhouse that ranks on the first page of Google's search results in 91% of U.S. cities. With over 1.2 million impressions on our website last month alone, ShedHub is where you want to be to showcase your sheds to a wider audience. And here's the best part. For a limited time, you can join our exclusive Next 500 plan for just $39 per month. Simply head over to geek.shedhub.com to sign up and start attracting more shoppers to your shed listings. As the Shed Geek, I am here to endorse ShedHub and invite you to join me on this journey to boost your shed business. Whether you're struggling with website visibility or simply want more eyes on your product, ShedHub has got you covered. Don't miss out on this opportunity to supercharge your shed sales. Visit geek.shedhub.com today and make your mark in the shed industry with ShedHub.
Doesn't get any better than that, right, Eric? I mean, honestly,
I mean,
it doesn't get any better than that.
One thing that I've definitely done that is super helpful is if I'm out in public, like not even working, if I'm just out in public and I talk to everybody that I run into, I'm like, oh yeah, I've been looking for a shed. I can send them the inventory page link, like right now,
Right.
actually. I'm like, bro,
Right.
boom, and it's ShedHub related. And so,
Yep.
if someone says I'm looking for something small for my backyard, it's like, cool. Here's the link right this second. You can they're like, there's a degree of people don't know. They don't know. They're just they just think they got to go stop at some dusty, shed lot and just kind of peruse around, and they don't know how to shop for a shed because number one, nobody's ever bought one in their life. And how cool is it to just be at like a Frisch's Big Boy or Bob Evans and you just drop a link and they're like, oh dang, they automatically are going to, the value prop of that is now they're like, no one else is like them. And we're idiots if we don't buy a shed from them because they just dropped me an inventory page. So they must glamorize shed sales, or they must do this full time. And you kind of paint this professional vibe that I think is a deal sealer in this industry. I don't think brand is, and I don't think cost is. I think cost is related, but I think quickness and response, trust, and availability are the three big parts. And I would say metal buildings as well. Less availability because it's all custom, but the response time and then the professional value prop is huge in my opinion.
Caring about it.
We talk about honestly that just caring about it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we talked about that at the end of the previous episode last week. If you care about it, think about how you want to be treated. It's the golden rule, right? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. How do you want to buy something? Do you want to have to knock on somebody's door 18 times? Look, I'm okay. True story. This is real. This is real time happening. So if you're a sign dealer in Amarillo, Texas right now, you're terrible, terrible, awful. Okay. I have
Yeah.
called 13, 14 sign dealers. These are people with Google listings and all these things, all the things, right? I'm a business owner in Dayton, Ohio, and I need a sign dropped 25 miles south of Amarillo, Texas. The only company that's gotten back to me, so this is an entirely free plug, is Fast Signs. Okay, Fast Signs. If you're near Fast Signs, hit them up. But
Oh
I
yeah.
still don't have a price. I have called, no joke, like 13 folks trying to get a sign delivered for Eric to go to this visit and set up our satellite office in Amarillo. Do you think I want to deal with any of these people? The answer to that question is no. I'm half tempted to get it made by the guy down the street at W Productions that I love that would do anything for me, and I'll drive it to Amarillo, Texas. I could probably get it made here and drive it cheaper and get it
Yep.
done right now the way I want it done, and then we'd have it. And first level experience with Amarillo, Texas sign manufacturers and dealers, terrible, right? And think about it from a shed perspective. If you're ready to buy something and you're knocking and knocking and knocking, I saw on your website that you've got an 8x10 listed and you're not returning the phone call, figure it out, man. If you don't want to be in this industry, let somebody else do it, honestly. Because I can tell you, there's a million good folks here. Exaggeration again. There are so many good people who do what we do. Don't ruin it for everybody else. You might ruin your neighbor's opportunity to sell a shed because somebody might show up at your lot and you're not there at 3 o'clock on a Wednesday.
Here's the pro tip. If one of those 14 companies answered the phone and gave us a price,
That's
100%
it.
would have bought the sign.
That's it.
Like,
That's it.
even if it was $1,000, we would have bought the sign. You know.
That's right.
So pro tip sales. If you respond quick, you're most likely going to get somewhere. Like,
That's right.
and I'll disagree with Jeff about the well, if it's midnight, dude. Sometimes at midnight, I'll just send him a message. I will message you at 8 a.m. and then guess what? At 7:55, I'm getting ready. I'm opening up. I'm scoping out the dude's profile or girl's profile. I'm gonna see where they're located. I'm gonna get my builder open to a 30x40 with 2 garage doors, 2 windows, and I'm ready to second pro tip. I know we're just abusing the word pro tip. I'm getting a video ready just to drop on them. As soon as they let me know the size, I'm making a video the second I know, and then I'm dropping it to them. And I'm saying, and then I'm going to wait for them to be like, okay, so do you work somewhere? Then I'm going to hit them with my About Me page, which has a smiling picture of me and a little bio. I'm like, I'm waiting to qualify myself because I know they're going to say yes.
That's right.
Yep.
Let me give a
Pro tips.
free plug, and I'm going to let Jeff talk. I promise. Let me give a little bit of a tip. Eric, you talked about screen sharing. So for the metal building guys, we talked a lot about sheds. This is normally we're going to talk about sheds, metal buildings, the whole bit. You guys have heard it a lot from me. Let me give this tip. Sensei just launched a screen share option from their build tool. I don't even think you need Google Meet. It is an extremely cool feature. I just checked it out the other day. Give it a shot. Check out the guys over at Sensei. We love Idea Room too. Trust me, we've got it all. We've got 3D designers. We're not sponsored by anybody. We love Sensei. We love Idea Room. They're all the same to us. But I can tell you that is a very cool feature that Sensei did just recently add. So if you're on Sensei right now and you're thinking, man, why am I paying for this? The screen share feature alone is pretty cool. Another thing that I learned, and this is one more pro tip before I give it back to Jeff. If you have an Apple iPhone, you can screen share and do FaceTimes to people with Android devices. You just have to share the link with people. So if you go into the settings, you can actually send a link to somebody with an Android device and FaceTime them. So that was a customer that actually turned me on to that. And if you do it from your MacBook, you can screen share right with the FaceTime, and you don't have to send them anything. You just need their phone number and, hey, can I give you a FaceTime call real quick? I'm going to walk you through the build. So we're a Mac infrastructure. Jeff was blown away, I think, when he got to Dayton Barnes and he saw that we were all on Macs because he's on a Mac. We're all Mac guys. So cheap plug for Apple, not that they need one. Jeff, tell me a little bit more about the pricing model one more time. I know there's going to be some changes in 2025. Nothing's changing for people who are active on the platform
Right.
right now. There's going to be some more opportunities, some bigger stuff coming up. Tell me what you know and what you can share so far.
Sure. So on the website itself, you're going to see certain pricing, and there's an ongoing promotion that you won't see on the main website, but that you should take advantage of because you get a lot of the same features, the same great features that are listed on the website, but it's about 1/10 the cost. So we have something called the Next 500 plan that's still ongoing right now as we record this podcast. It won't be around forever, but basically, if you go to getshedhub.com, you're going to see something called the Next 500 plan, and it's $40 a month to get ShedHub, all the best features. You get to list all the inventory that you'd want, 100 listings, which is plenty for most. Um, that renews automatically every month. You're gonna that's per location. So if you've got 5 locations, it's one of those subscriptions for each of those locations. You can also take advantage of something called the brand builder website. Basically, a quick website that's going to be a home page. Is going to be another page that lists all your inventory and then individual pages for each piece of inventory. And you might be thinking, well, I already have a website. I don't need another one. Great. This is only going to help you to have another website. And you can list your inventory on it. You can share the links with your customers. But in terms of search engine optimization, if someone's Googling sheds near and pick the name of the town you're in, and your website comes up, your brand builder website comes up, your Facebook page comes up, your ShedHub listings come up, maybe you're listed on some other marketplaces. If you can load page 1 of Google with your content, that's huge for you because you're just creating authority for you and your brand in your area. If you can have your information in positions 1 through 10 or as many positions as possible on the search engine results. So these brand builder websites tend to rank pretty well in the local area that you're in. And so I'd encourage you to take advantage of that. That's part of the $40 a month. So we'll register a domain and we can even connect it to your main website. You can also embed your inventory from ShedHub into your website. We'll give you a little snippet of code to send to your web developer. Plug this into our website and you can have the inventory live on your website that's also posted on ShedHub. So you always have a live feed of your inventory that way. So there's a lot of great features to do that. Again, it's getshedhub.com to take advantage of all of that.
So I added that to the bottom. I'm going to give you a plug on that one because that is a super good deal. And what I can tell you is I know because I've talked to Jeff. We did this last time. Eric and Jeff and I are buddies. We've got a couple of projects that we're working on that we are going to share with you guys that are going to blow you away coming soon. A little sneak peek. GetShedHub.com. Go to this website, sign up today. You get 100 listings per month per location. You can sign up for as many locations as you want to. It's $39 per month per location. You get the brand builder website included with that. Integration right now with Shed Suite, RTO National. Additional integrations are available. Like we said, it's by case basis, right? If you're working with HubSpot, if you're working with Salesforce, if you're working with any other CRM, chances are Jeff can make a plug-in work and get you speaking to one another. There's still spots in that next 500 to get ShedHub.com today. I can tell you, man, I think that's a great spot to leave it. We're going to have you back. Goodness, probably a dozen more times. I don't know. We could talk to you every week. We talk to you all the time. If you're ever in Urbana, stop up and see us, man. Jeff's in the back right now. I mean, I don't, he's right over there, actually,
Over that.
right in our back office. So, we're all buddies. We love this industry, man. I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt, I love my job. I love what I do every day. And it's easy to do something that you love. Eric, you got anything on the way out this week, brother?
Yeah, listeners out there, we've had some folks reach out to us. We had and we want to learn about your business. We had a
That's
guy
right.
fellow reach out to us who I believe is buying metal buildings, customizing them as a final product. So as we do like the framing and the paneling and the blueprints, we can do a couple other things if it's local, but it is a pleasure. Reach out to us, don't be shy, schedule a Google Meet with us. And if you're at the trade, well, you're not going to be at, they won't get it in time, but let me just stick to that message. If you are in the industry and you want to catch up with Jared or I or both, man, schedule a Google Meet with us or whatever. We
Yep.
want to chat with you.
Hit us up. We're out in the open. We're
Hit us up.
salesmen. We still get out there and sell every day. Eric is all over the place, traveling, doing fun stuff. I'm here in the office hanging out with the team, but I am here for you guys if you need anything. I know the team over at ShedHub is looking forward to your call. Get shedhub.com. Check it out today. One more plug for the team over at J Money. We love those guys. We appreciate everything they're doing for us here at the Steel Kings podcast. I'm Jared and he's Eric. We are the Steel Kings and we want you guys to have the best week possible. All right. So we will see you guys next week for another
Go get some
episode.
gluten-free pasta. Yeah.
That's right. We're heading to Paradiso if anybody wants some gluten-free Alfredo.
We got to tell them about that. We got to like maybe clip this up and.
Sounds good, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Y'all have a great week. Later.
Take care.
Peace.
Before you go, the J Money team wants to thank you for listening to today's Steel Kings podcast. Remember, money is king. If you need a financing option on your portable wood sheds or steel buildings, we are here to help. Just check out jmoneyllc.com for more information. Don't forget to catch the next episode. We'll still be here. Have a great day.